Hello! I hope you're ready to talk loose ends, productivity, social media, directing actors, and daily boost, because this is what's happening at the tavern. Hello! So, what's been happening at the tavern this week? Well, a lot of this is going to start with Dave Allen's Getting Things Done, which is probably where my personal journey around reading for productivity started. I've always been interested in, well, not always, but there was a point where in my previous life working in IT, I decided that I wanted to be more effective. And so I started reading stuff that was recommended around productivity, and Dave Allen's Getting Things Done was where that journey started. And there are things that have supplanted it past that point in time, but there were some really useful things in there. And one of the points that Dave Allen makes in Getting Things Done is there is no sense in having a thought more than once unless you enjoy having that thought. And my physical surroundings, my digital surroundings as well, have kind of been filling with detritus since last year, just because of the demands of time, working through the adjustment in life circumstances that I've gone through, and just getting on top of sort of the other side of that. It's meant that some things have gone by the wayside. I've had some wonderful client work come through the door, which has taken up a lot of my time. My balance in terms of what my demands on time are have shifted a little bit recently, or they've shifted during that period of time. They've shifted back now to give me more time back, but that's meant that for a while there has been a lot of things that have needed to be kind of sidelined. And so that's meant that when I go through my apartment, I will see something and think, I've got to do something with that. I note that I've written down about a particular Alexa skill that is in development. I will look at it and go, I've got to do something with that. And I'll have these thoughts again and again and again. So what I've been doing this week is I've been spending time just managing those inboxes, culling them down. I haven't done everything because time is limited. There's only so much time that I have, and there's a lot of stuff to get through, but boy howdy, am I feeling better about all of that now. I'm feeling much better about my surroundings. I'm feeling more organized. I'm feeling like things are collated, which is wonderful. And the great thing is that I find personally, when I clear space, when I clear that mental space from things that I've been stuck on, whether that's creatively, whether that's just in terms of logistics and life management, something that I've needed to do. And I think the biggest traps for this has been creative stuff, where I've kind of been in a log jam about something and I've just let that slide for a long period. That's meant that all of that energy and all of that development has been tied up in there. It's meant that I can't move forward creatively. But I've found that once I've started doing this, once I've started getting rid of all of these things that are tying up that energy mentally, I've had new thoughts come in through the door. The universe basically has looked at what I'm doing and said, great, okay, fantastic. Well, here's some new ideas. Here's some great ideas. And that's been wonderful. And so that only reinforces that urge to do more of that. And there's always a balance, because you don't want to spend so much time refining systems or being on top of things that you don't have time to actually do the work. But I feel like I've pulled the pendulum just a little bit further in the direction of where it needs to be, which is great. So that's tied up a lot of my time this week. I've also been working on Age of Darkness. Work on that has continued. Excuse me for a moment. I'm just going to grab a drink. Working on Age of Darkness has been a joy. I am so lucky to be able to be a part of the team working with Playside, and I'm so proud of the performances that we're getting out of the work. It's been fantastic. I look forward to talking more about the character that we just finished casting and recording for once that's out in the open. But in the meantime, if you haven't checked out the A-list Queen of Nothing update, go and check that out. Yeah, Rhiannon kills it in that. Speaking of directing actors, I did mention that twice at the start, and that was not a mistake. I've also been reading this, which is Judith Weston's Directing Actors. Because I've been spending a chunk of time directing recently, I wanted to sharpen my skills on that, and this was recommended to me a while back. And I found it fantastic. It has been just blowing my mind in terms of the insights that it has, the ways that you can adjust performance, both as an actor and as a director. So if you perform as an actor, or if you are responsible for managing actors, I can't recommend it enough. There is a link in the notes for this video if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're not watching it on YouTube, you'll find the link wherever it is that you are that you're engaging with this, where you can go and pick that up if you're at all curious. Full disclosure, that is an affiliate link. There's a link there as well for Getting Things Done by Dave Allen. Both of those are affiliate links, and that just helps pay the bills in terms of encouraging me to put more content like this online. For example, I'm just about to finish, once I wrap up here, I'm just about to put together a video which is on getting started in voice acting. I'm trying to put more useful resources online for folks. I did a thread last week on advice for auditioning actors. I'll pop a link for that tweet thread in the notes for this video as well for you. So yeah, they're affiliate links, but that just helps make the time, that just helps put aside the time and prioritize getting more stuff like that out there. So if you're at all curious about either of those books, can't recommend them enough. If you prefer not to go through the affiliate link, completely understand. So what else has been happening out there? Well, Tavern of Voices now has a social media manager, and that's making a world of difference. They're doing incredible work getting content out over LinkedIn. We have a company page over there, via Twitter, and also via Tavern of Voices Facebook page. On all of those channels as well, you'll see just absolutely gorgeous banner art that's been put together by Jen Reuter. It is a custom commissioned piece that is a conceptualization of the space that is the Tavern of Voices, and I love it. I love it. It's sci-fi, it's warm, it's friendly, it's inviting, it's a little bit, I think it's cool. I think it's super cool. But you'll see that there on any of those channels. Again, for all of those channels, links down in the notes for this video as well. But getting those updates out regularly has been awesome, because it means that it's not just these videos that are often quite knotty and hard to tease apart in terms of the information that's, useful, relevant to folks about what's happening at the Tavern. It's great to get that out there, and it really does make it makes it feel like the Tavern is so much bigger than just me now that there are things that are happening that aren't just the things that I'm doing. I'm seeing things happen that are being done by someone else, and it's hard to explain just how much that means, but it's awesome. It's incredible. Speaking of updates, Daily Boost is getting some updates. I've been trying to get the time to sit down and push out an update to the Alexa skill for Daily Boost. That will be happening sometime this week. And if you run a Discord space, if you have a Discord server, and you would be interested in having a bot that is going to provide just a little bit of positivity each day, there is actually a Discord bot version of Daily Boost as well. It's in early stages of development, but there is an email address down in the notes for the video that you can reach out to. Let me know if you'd be interested in testing the Discord bot for Daily Boost in your individual server. Yeah, it's working. I have it in the Discord spaces that I manage, and I really like it. It just needs a little bit of polish to get out there into the world as a finished product. But that's been something that I have been working on as well, getting that Discord bot updated. So that's it from me for this week. So what's been happening? Tying up loose ends, managing social media, making sure that more information is getting out there on those channels, honing skills on directing actors to look at ways to do that even better, updates to Daily Boost, and continuing to work on Age of Darkness. If you're finding anything that we're putting out there useful or interesting, then I would love to know. Please drop us a line via any of our social media channels, or contact us via the email address that's down there in the link. Reach out and say hi. I'd love to hear from you. Stay safe, stay well. See you soon.